I think it is obvious to everyone that during the negotiations and meetings that took place in Moscow, the issue of resolving the conflict in Ukraine was also discussed. We are grateful to all our guests, our friends, for the attention they pay to this conflict and for the efforts they are making to bring this conflict to an end. In this regard, I consider it necessary to address this topic separately. In this connection, I would like to say that, as is well known, Russia has repeatedly put forward initiatives for a ceasefire in the past. However, these initiatives have been sabotaged time and again by the Ukrainian side. For example, the Kyiv regime demonstratively violated the 30-day, let me emphasize, 30-day moratorium on strikes against energy facilities about 130 times from March 18 to April 17th. This moratorium was declared in accordance with an agreement reached with our President of the United States of America, Donald Trump. The Easter truce, initiated by Russia, was also not observed. The ceasefire regime was violated by Ukrainian forces nearly 5,000 times. Nevertheless, for the celebration of Victory Day, which we also consider a sacred holiday, just imagine we lost 27 million people. So cool for this sacred holiday. We declared a ceasefire for the third time. At the same time, we also communicated to our colleagues in the West, those who, in my opinion, and it seems to me, are sincerely seeking ways to resolve the situation. We conveyed to them our position on this issue regarding the ceasefire for Victory Day, that in the future we do not rule out the possibility of extending the duration of this truce. But of course, only after analyzing what happens over these few days, based on the results of how the Kyiv regime responds to our proposal. So what do we see? What are the results? The Kyiv authorities, as you can clearly see for yourselves, did not respond at all to our proposal for a ceasefire. Moreover, after our proposal was announced, which, as you recall, happened on May 5th of this year, the Kyiv authorities launched large-scale attacks as early as the night of May 6th to 7th. The strike involved 524 unmanned aerial vehicles and a number of Western-made missiles. At the same time, 45 USVs, uncrewed surface vessels, were also used in the Black Sea. And during those 3 days of the ceasefire, we had actually declared the 8th, 9th, and 10th. What happened was exactly what you saw in the media. In fact, it was clear from your own reports. During this time, there were 5 deliberate attempts to attack the state border of the Russian Federation in the area of the Kursk region and at the junction with the Belgorod region. And this happened precisely after the Isha on the days when we had declared a ceasefire. In addition, there were another 36 attacks carried out in other directions. All of these attacks, including the attempts to penetrate the territory of the Russian Federation in the area of the Kursk and Belgorod regions, were repelled. Moreover, we believe, and our military experts believe, that they had no military significance whatsoever and were carried out solely for political reasons. The enemy suffered very heavy losses. As I already said, the Kyiv authorities not only rejected our proposal for a ceasefire, but also, as we also tried to intimidate the leaders of the states who gathered for the celebrations in Moscow. dear colleagues, as I was meeting with colleagues here in Moscow, I had the following thought. Let me share it with you. Who were they trying to intimidate among those who came to Moscow to celebrate the victory over Nazi Germany? Who were they trying to intimidate? After all, those who came to us are leaders not because of their official position or title. They are leaders by character, by their convictions, and by their willingness to stand up for those convictions. And who was trying to intimidate them? Those who stand at attention and salute and applaud former SS soldiers, and elevate to the rank of national heroes those who collaborated with Hitler during World War II. But it seems to me that this is an attempt with obviously inadequate means, yes, and those who are trying to do this do not measure up to the ambitions they themselves are aiming for. I would once again like to express my appreciation for the mediation services and the efforts aimed at a peaceful resolution of the Ukrainian crisis that our foreign partners are undertaking. These include China, Brazil, countries in Africa, the Middle East, and more recently, the new administration of the United States of America